Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking a look here at INJ, Injective Protocol. It's a big request I got from some community members here recently, so I figured I'd go ahead and cover that and obviously help you understand best practice, big picture. We got some really awesome Elliott wave type of formation coming here. I just want to kind of talk about that as well. So if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, just love to teach people to trade. Hope you can learn something here today. You want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site. We offer trading academy, community, and signals, of course, to members, and just a really fantastic experience. Have a lot of great, awesome traders in the community. So thanks again for just wonderful experience of being able to teach people how to trade. Been trading for over 18 years now. So that being said, let's take a look here at INJ and kind of draw out some Fibonacci retracement levels just before we jump into the actual Elliott wave. Now, Elliott wave is a question I get a lot as far as like, well, what is it? What's going on? How does it work? Well, I can kind of explain here what that means. It's basically a series of waves, okay, that's come in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern. So essentially establishing higher highs and higher lows. And then at one point, once it hits its fifth wave, essentially the third tallest, it retraces back down to an ABC pattern. Okay, so I'll explain here in a moment what that looks like. But as far as Fibonacci retracement levels, what we're doing is we're going to use most recent high to most recent low. We're not going to evaluate this most recent here because it did in fact break through that plane. So we're going to use some more, I guess you could say common Fibonacci retracement levels before we reverse the Fibonacci retracement levels later. Okay, it'll make more sense as I go on here. So that being said here, on the daily, let's go ahead and look at some obvious stuff here. First of all, we're testing 70 on the RSI. That is fantastic. Today's been a strong day for Bitcoin, so it's nice to see some coins getting some extra love here. And we can also see that instead of diverging, the price is now converging once more. So we've got some really awesome stuff here on the daily. Everything looks fairly bullish. And what we want to do is take a quick look at the Elliott wave. And let me explain this here too, kind of explain what I mean by that. So what it does, it takes a lowest point here, hits a high, retraces back down to another low, which is higher than the previous low, and then of course the same thing as well, hits a higher high, higher low, and then it caps out at a higher high there, which is typically the third peak, right? We got 1, 2, now 3 peaks here. Now, it's not to say that this peak is over. It could very well continue to establish itself, but at this point, if the price were to retrace from here on out, we will see retracement down to these lower Fibonacci retracement levels here at 0.618, 0.5, and 0.382. So there's a good chance we could see a price point in the range of about $4.70, with a potential retracement of $5.35. Okay, so that's a little bit of a range there for us. No guarantees that's going to happen, but that's essentially how these waves will occur. Bitcoin's at its highest point right now for its current wave as well. So I'm not saying Bitcoin is completely bullish, but I would venture to guess that the actual bear, the bear market is mostly gone. Okay, so again, positive stuff here on the daily. As far as the 4-hour time frame, we can see something very similar here, pushing to different levels, slightly smaller scale, but you can absolutely see that there is retracement due somewhere in the range of about $5.50 to $6. Okay. Now, when it comes to the other signals here, what we want to look at is the RSI. RSI is overextended. Obviously, we can see that. We can also see on TD sequential here that the price came up to a 7, now back up to a 4. So with us being at a 4 right now, that tells us we could literally see another, what would it be, 6 more candles worth of bullish momentum to the upside. So I don't think this run is over just yet, but it really depends on how Bitcoin decides it wants to react. Right now, it's trending at about 29,650. We break 30,000, we definitely see some parabolic behavior by some altcoins. Just be careful and cautious with where you're at with your current positions. Short positions are not advisable right now. In fact, I'm considering closing my short here right now at a small loss because that's just kind of like the decision you have to make sometimes. And again, cutting a small loss is a lot better than a very, very large loss, okay? So keep that in mind. But all in all, fairly bullish, but we are up over 70. That could work as a support now. We could see a bounce to the upside. But again, it's a little too early to tell, but it does feel like we have a lot more gas left in the tank. Looking at the hourly, slightly different story here. We're hitting a 9 on TD sequential, telling us that we are overextended to the upside on the hourly, so a pullback or consolidation would make sense. So it could pull back to the next Fibonacci at 5.95 or just go sideways from here. Both ways work very well. That being said, INJ is looking pretty strong on the hourly regardless of that fact because we have all green lights here on the cloud telling us there's no reason to close your long position. You may as well keep it open because it could continue to run. Okay, so everything's kind of telling us that we're in good shape here. Let's take a look at CC Golden on the hourly. We can see we've got a lot of overextension here, and we can also see a nice entry target here. So with this indicator, my community members are actually using this indicator. It's available for purchase on our homepage. What it does, it allows for you to get in here when you have confirmation, and to get out when the price action comes this high. Now, great thing about it is it haven't even gotten a sell signal yet, right? So it should very well continue higher, but just say you'd gotten in where it recommended, you'd be somewhere in the range of about 11% up right now. And with 10 to 20x leverage, that's a pretty good amount. 111 or 222% profit. A lot of our community members are maxing out some significant benefits with that, so congrats and good job on that. But again, this CC Gold indicator is just an indicator that I have available, and it's something that allows for you to verify that you have confirmation you're on the right side of the tracks. So take a look at that when you get a chance. Really awesome stuff there. But all in all, INJ is looking strong, primed for the picking here as far as further upside. I would speculate we're going to see some downside first before that happens, but the point in which we want to watch is right here at this Fibonacci 1.618, common retracement level. They're at $5.95. We should very well see a bounce there if it comes down that low to continue this ascending trend. Okay. All good stuff there from INJ. Thanks again so much for watching. You want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is the site, link down below. Look forward to working with you. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon.